Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we were working on trying to get our train line extended from the station over here in Midgar, heading out toward the city of Insomnia out there. And we got a pretty decent chunk of it built. It hasn't been cheap because, you know, that's just the way the terrain is in the map. And we got out to about there because we've been dealing with, you know, just revenue issues. But that's just the way it is at the beginning of the game because we don't really have a lot of stuff in place. So if one particular line kind of fluctuates a little bit, it causes big changes in our money, how much income we get. So until we can get a bunch more lines in place, we're going to have to just kind of put up with it. So here comes our train with another delivery of passengers. 28 passengers. So that should be a pretty good haul there. Yep, almost 300,000. Good. So, before this disappears on us, let's go ahead and start looking at what we're going to do here. Because it looks like we're going to have to do a tunnel and then a bridge. Because of this, the way this terrain works, we're just going to have to kind of do things that way. I do want to avoid... I'd like to keep things level, if at all possible, for this particular stretch. And we're going with this green bridge because it's the cheapest bridge that has the highest speed. So we may be using that bridge a lot. Oh, that's right. We needed to start our climb, didn't we? Yes, we did. Because we need to climb up to this contour line. Right. Okay, so, change of plans. We are going to need to have you begin climbing. And we're going to have to cross that road here at some point. Bridge is over there. Making a rail bridge is probably not going to work. We may have to make a bridge on the road. We'll have to see. So we're probably gonna have another big rail bridge over here because we got this this gully ravine here that we're gonna have to get across. All right. So actually, which side of the track is this? All right. So the other side of the track is going to be on the inside over here. So this is going to want to come into this side here. Alright, well, let's just keep it at high speed for now. Because we need to get that, that money in. And we're pretty much reliant on our passenger train right now to be that primary source of income. Because The bus lines haven't been making consistent money, but they're actually looking good at the moment. But I think that's because they're delivering passengers in bursts. Because just kind of the way that they are arranged right now. And what I'm thinking that we're going to do for this particular series is that once we have a multi-city train line established, so once this rail line that we're building right now is in place, and then we get the train set up, we merge these two lines together, we put multiple trains on here, we're going to remove the inner city bus lines, the road passenger lines. We're going to decommission those, basically force all of our passengers to use the train, which is the more valuable transport method for us. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to be using road transport for our passengers at all. Oh, new trolley car. I don't think we can really afford to replace those at the moment. Build it. There we go. But what was I saying? Oh, it's just not that we're not going to be using road transport at all for our passengers. It's that we're going to be using that for specific things. I'm primarily trying to reach cities that are not easily accessible. Like Skyhold here is probably the only way we're going to get there is via bus. Getting a rail station up here and trying to figure out a rail line to climb up into the mountains here is going to be nigh on impossible. So, buses and trucks are probably going to have to service this town, which is fine. You know, it's transport fever, it's not train fever. So, you know, we don't have to use a train. But even so, this road. Look at this road. We're gonna have to work a road up here through here at some point, because there's no way I can use the existing roads as they are. Definitely a lot more people going down the hill than going up the hill. Yeah, see, profit numbers are down until a bunch more passengers get delivered. I do apologize if my voice doesn't sound great today. I am dealing with a bit of sinus issues, so just gotta put up with it. Alright, there's 370,000. Let's pause it for a moment so that I can go spend that before it disappears. Alright. Now, I could do a level crossing, which is going to be our cheapest option. But actually, I need to do things from this end. 1.7 mil. Good grief. Okay, that's... And that isn't even using this. 2.63 million to do that bridge. Because it's just so tall. And I don't have any loan to work with. Alright, but it's going to have to come to here. So, if I can get... Actually, can I get this further down the hill? What's the furthest down the hill that I can get this? That's about as far down the hill as we can go. It's not pretty, but it's what we're going to have to do. I'll have to come back and smooth that out later when I actually have some money. Well, we may just go with the wood bridge for the time being, because that train is not going to move faster than 37 miles an hour. It just isn't. Earthworks it. Earthworksing it would actually be cheaper. It'd be kind of silly, but it'd be cheaper. Unable to align terrain. We can't even do it. Okay, it has to be a bridge. $1.76 million. $2.19 million. Alright, well, we know what we're looking at. $1.47 million for the wood bridge, $2.19 million for the good bridge. So that's going to take some time. And then that isn't even putting in a train yet. So we haven't even put a train on here. Alright, we don't need the contours. One thing we are going to need is we're going to need a depot. So I think we can probably work on some of that. Because that won't really cost us too much. Our current depot is there. Put a signal on there. And now what we'll just need to do is make sure that there is a way for that to get to there. Alright, 30 passengers going back the other way, which is good. And Midgar is continuing to grow, which is also good. The other thing we're going to want to think about here as well is freight of some sort. Now, the only real industries we have out here is oil. Food. That's a farm. I might need to clean that up a little bit, but that's a farm. Do we have food processing anywhere in the area? There. That's a long way to go. See, the thing is, we have a relatively close oil well and refinery. I mean, they're really close to each other. And I have actually gone through instead of renaming the industries. I named this Acme Oil, and this is what? Shinra Energy. Yep. But I would have to get a road through there because there's no road. You have to come through the mountains here and get over there. So that would be a fairly expensive undertaking in and of itself just to put a road through there. Yeah, there's just not a lot of industry out here. There's a steel mill there. Now, with the Flexible Industries mod that I'm using, I can actually build in some industry. So, there might be an argument to be made that it's a good idea to build an industry here somewhere. I'll have to not abuse that. Getting a refinery in a more reasonable location over here might be helpful. I think I really intended when I was laying this out for that oil well to feed that refinery. And I think we can make it work. It's just we need to get through this little mountain range here. But we don't have the money for that right now. Alright, well, we're over $1 million in the bank. We have a farm here. We have another refinery there. Then there's the oil well. Alright, so we have a stagecoach. Class 53 Prussian G3, Clerestory coach, fictional 460. Do we need those stagecoaches? Not really, because we're not running full at the moment, so I don't really see a point to upgrading. How about this? I would say we can move an industry. Because the more I look at it, the more I think that this food processing plant, with the way the roads got laid out, isn't really in a useful spot. It'd be much better if it was somewhere up here instead of there. Alright, so I named this Nuka-Cola. Alright. So let's remove it. And let's move it up here. Again, we're going to try to be careful not to abuse this too much. Farm, stone quarry, coal mine, iron ore, oil well, sawmill, food processing plant. That is what we're looking for. And it's going to be fairly pricey to put in. Alright, production level, we'll always be able to adjust this. Industry appearance level. Input material. Grain, livestock, or both. I think we're going to say we're going to limit this to grain inputs only. Either. Yeah, either grain, livestock, or both. We're going to say grain as our only input here. Fuel for higher efficiency is allowed. Allowed, disabled, or required. We'll say allowed. If we can supply it with fuel, it'll be more efficient. Type of fuel. Fuel, coal, or logs. Interesting. Okay, bus stop. South? Truck stop. Not sure where that would be. Worker demand. Right, where we would need to supply with workers. Alright, so let's put a bus stop and a truck stop in there. Access road north. No. Bus stop model, auto, road type, auto. Alright. Let's drop it in. Actually, let's put in... Can I put in multiple truck stops? Both. Both truck stops. Yes. Well, we have enough to put that bridge in. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put that bridge in with just being a wooden bridge. We'll come back in and we'll replace it. Oh, and not quite enough. Come on, we just need to get a train delivery through. Where is the train? Because we want to start building up enough money to put a train in here. Alright, 1.5 million. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, as everything is connected, we can actually create the line. This is going to be a temporary line. We're going to make it that color blue. We're going to go from there to there. This is going to be train passenger. This is going to be Midgar to Insomnia. Right. And now we just need money. Alright, so this was going to be what? Nuka Cola. I don't know what you would do with grain in a cola plant, but hey. Now, here, we're going to have to make some modifications. Unable to align train. Unable to align train. Yeah, it doesn't like the fact that it's kind of wedged in there. Now, I could either replace it or put the stops in manually. I think manually is probably what we're going to do for now. Just a bus stop out here. Should be sufficient. And then we'll need a loading area for trucks. Trying to figure where is going to be the cheapest place to put this that's still in catchment. Right there. Okay. Lines. Let's see, we're going to feed passengers from Valroyo, from Insomnia to there, and this is going to be a worker's route, so let's give this a specific color. Yellow. Yellow will work for me. Okay. So this is going to be workers. What was this? This was Insomnia Farm. I haven't actually named this farm yet. Okay. INS to farm. I'll have to rename that farm at some point. We can say Another line here is going to be for trucks. Trucks will be red. Let's see, I think that's the bus stop. This is the truck stop. There you go, trucks. And this is road freight. Farm to Nuka-Cola. Still a long haul for those trucks. And then we would need distribution. Okay. We would then need truck lines from Nuka-Cola to deliver to town. Who consumes food? The commercial zones consume food. And so I think we can just deliver directly to that stop right there, at least for the time being. And this is road freight. Nuka-Cola to what is this city? Valroyo. And then we're going to need a passenger route. See, and here's the thing. We need to, like, get on a full-on passenger station here. But that's okay. And this is going to be a worker line. So we're going to be doing yellow from here to there. And this is workers. Valroyo to Nuka-Cola. Alright. Not sure how all that will work. But all the infrastructure's in place and the lines are set up. But I think that getting a train on here is going to be more important right now than buying trucks and coaches. I could probably even set up a delivery into Insomnia here. I would need to set up a delivery out to here. But I really got to get these guys set up with proper passenger stations. That's going to be a bit of an undertaking because we're probably going to have to demolish some buildings to get that to work. So yeah, I don't want to really invest right now. I want to get that train in place. Because with the train in place, so we want to get the train in, and then we want to double track this, and then we want to merge the two lines, and then get modernized trains on here, at least on this line here. Get a modernized train. And then we can use that to begin this whole food processing freight project that we have. Alright, 500,000. How much is it going to cost to put a train on here? A lot. We already have a lot of locomotives. So we're currently using the John Stevens here, which is 218 horsepower, 61 miles an hour. It's a pretty good locomotive, actually. 40 miles an hour, 45. We need to do something to do 60. At least. Our Sterling single here does 75. Prussian does 31. 1.65 million for this locomotive. Baldwin Early Mogul, 50 miles an hour, 510 horsepower. That doesn't seem like a bad option. Late 440. Mogul. This costs us nearly $1 million for that locomotive. How much horsepower does this thing have? 218? I think it'll be either one of these two that we would use. Probably this one. But yeah, we're at the end of the episode, so we're going to have to end it here. And then we'll see what we'll do. Maybe I'll let it run for a little bit on my own to let some money build in. And then we'll get that train set up and ready to go. Alright, so for now, we'll end here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.